So what's the connection between becoming a software engineer and shaving my head bald? I don't know, but I guess I can say they both represent a new beginning for me. I have just got my first job as a software engineer in London. Now, this is without a computer science degree or any previous experience at all. Let me tell you my story with the hope that you can learn some things that you can apply in your own career journey to gain the result that you want. Let me tell you about the life before now. My career was in communications. I've held various roles in writing, content marketing, marketing communications. I did this for quite a while and I quit to pursue freelancing full time. I freelanced on Upwork and Fiverr. And in these platforms, I worked with a lot of international clients and I made a lot more money than I made working full time. I did this for like a few years before I decided to explore working full time again. And in my last role, working full time in Nigeria, it was for Netflix Nigeria. So I left this role to pursue my postgraduate studies here in the UK. And within the first few months, I landed a role in a tech company. It was a part-time role because my student visa only limited me to work 20 hours per week. Now, as you can guess, this limited the amount of opportunities I had. So there I was, looking for a company to hire me for 20 hours per week. And there was this company looking for someone to work with them part-time for 20 hours per week. So clearly, that was a perfect match and we found ourselves. Oh, wait, there's something I haven't shared yet. Now, the thing is, before I moved to the UK, I had long picked an interest in programming, in coding. I felt like it was intriguing and I decided to self-learn. When you're looking at something from outside, it seems so hard, it seems so complex. But when you come in and take a seat, only then can you fully understand how complex or simple it really is. So this is kind of the hardest part because it's easy for you to remove like the big hair, but to remove the little hair that's like needs more precision and care. And it's so important to me that all the hair is gone. I want to feel as smooth as a baby's butt. So let's go. So then I started self-learning. I started from LinkedIn Learning where I had access to courses for free, I believe for the first 2 months. And after that, I proceeded to YouTube, which as you can tell, is also a free platform. And from there, I proceeded to Udemy. So while I did these courses, I built projects by the side, even though I wish I started building these projects earlier. So hold on, let me quickly interrupt the story to say that I have a very, very, very dry scalp. That's why it's looking kind of white. When I was in secondary school, my head was so dry, it will peel. That was how dry my scalp is. I used to be very scared and I thought I had like terminal disease or something. So it's not as dry as it used to be, but it's still dry regardless. So that's why you see like some white stuff all around. Now I've talked to you about the life before now. I've talked to you about self-learning. Now let's talk about people. I joined a software engineering group on Facebook and this was when things began to turn around. That was where I met someone who said to me, what kind of software engineer are you trying to be? Do you want to be a front-end engineer, a back-end engineer, a full-stack engineer? Like, what do you want to be? Something as simple as that had never crossed my mind. I was just learning Python endlessly. Python for data science, Python for this, without stopping to think, what do you want to do with Python? The goal is not the language. The goal is not the tool, essentially. The goal is the problem you're trying to solve. Who are you trying to be? Because when you figure that out, then it's easier for you to decide, oh, these are the tools I need. This is the language I need. But I didn't know that at first. And I believe that was when my journey really started. At that point, I decided, oh well, I think I would like to explore front end. That was when I started learning JavaScript and React. And these were tools that were very instrumental in me getting a role. Now again, I met someone else who is like an excellent engineer in Google. Every Saturday, we had a session where he gave me coding challenges and I would solve them. and then he'll give me feedback and review my work. So when I started my session with him, it was very clear that I was struggling to do stuff on my own. When you take away the internet, the YouTube, the help, the guide, the courses, I was so dependent on courses. I was in a tutorial hell. But with the sessions, I was forced to learn things for myself. I was forced to learn to know, not just to complete courses. And as time went on, I became better. I grew more confident. And a few times, I even challenged his solutions. So I moved on to set up a platform for software engineers like myself to come together and collaborate and build projects together. All done. And the first cohort, I also met someone else who was very instrumental in my journey as an engineer. He had more practical experience. All done. More experience that aligned with the work environment. And he taught me a lot of things that I hadn't learned in courses. He taught me how to use some tools. He taught me some things that I wouldn't have otherwise known if I hadn't met him. So yeah, these are some of the people that lead the path I worked on. Now I allow myself to finish the story. But how did I become a software engineer without previous experience, a computer science degree, an internship even? Like, how did I do it? The thing is, in my current company, right, I used to work as a marketing executive, right? So I used to be in another role, different from software engineering, for quite a while. And then I spoke to my manager about my desire to work, that sounds so weird, but I told my manager about wanting to work with the software engineering team, right? I told her about, wanting to contribute with them, gain more experience, improve my skill, because that was something I was very passionate about, right? And she graciously facilitated that. So I started being a part of the software engineering team kind of informally. They took me as their own and treated me like one of them. I'll join meetings, I'll have tickets, I'll join sessions, training sessions, and just act like a part of the entire team. Luckily, my manager within the software engineering team was very happy with my work, and he facilitated me transitioning full-time to software engineering, right? So not just working with them informally and half of the time, me working with them full-time, because that was my goal at the end of the day. Yeah, so plans began officially for me to kind of transition out of my current role and into the new role. And the good thing is that I was also paid for the time I was working informally with them, because the plan was for me to do it for free and just gain some kind of experience. But they were so gracious to insist that I had to be paid for the time, and also before, while I tried to kind of work there full time. So the thing is, I got another offer from a big 4 company here in the UK. However, when this offer came from the big 4 company, I had already proceeded with the offer in-house, right? So the whole offer for moving internally had come up, so I no longer needed to proceed with the one from the big 4, even though it came with private healthcare, it came with visa sponsorship and all of that great stuff. But I just chose to kind of let it go and proceed with the internal offer, because I love my team, I love the work that we do, it's exciting, I love it here, I've been here for a while, and it's like my happy place essentially. So that was how I got here. And the reason why I'm adding the part about getting an external offer is because I don't want you guys to think, it could only be possible because you were working somewhere already and you could move internally. You can also get an offer externally as well. So yeah, that's how I began my current role as a software engineer. I haven't worked anywhere before. I don't have a computer science degree. However, I'm going to talk to you guys about all of this in fuller details. This is just a kind of summary of the entire thing. I'm going to share tips for how to grow in your career as a person, and how to even grow, even if you've gotten the job of your dream, how to also grow within that role as well, right? So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Bye.